Namaste Devians, I Devian Tanushi Sahani from Faculty of Law and Governance from Jayoti Vidyapeeth, Women's University, Jaipur, Rajasthan. I'm here to deliver a lecture on the topic Contract of Pledge. This is a topic under the subject named Special Contract, which is further applicable on BA LLB, BCom LLB, and BB LLB second sem. So, to move further, the topic name is contract of pledge. As we basically know that what the term contract is, contract is when two persons come together. One person gives an offer and other person accepts the offer, which further makes a promise between them that a person uh, who is offering termed as a promiser and the person who is accepting termed as the acceptors will come together and uh, they will decide a consideration for the particular contract, that is they will decide a consideration which will further termed into an agreement, and the agreement must also be enforceable in the eyes of law, which is further termed as a contract. So contract is defined under in the section 2H of the Indian Contract Act, that is an agreement which is enforceable by law is termed as a contract. I hope the definition of contract must be clear to you. Moving further, the topic is pledge. What basically you mean by the word pledge? Pledge is basically when you go to someone. Pledge is like an oath that you are taking, that you will take something from them, and in return, after you utilize it, you will pay back them the amount you derived from them. So basically, when we take a loan on our on a movable property is termed as a pledge. Basically, what is a movable property and what is immovable property? Movable property refers to the property that can be moved from one place to another, such as example our car, our jewelry, any diamond ring, and books, everything that is movable, that is not fastened to the earth, that is not attached to the earth, is termed as a movable property. And further, immovable property is any property when we are taking like immovable property refers to those property that are fastened to the earth. Let's take an example of a home, means a house, factory, like everything that is attached to the earth, you cannot detach it from the earth, is termed as immovable property. So whenever we go to the bank or to someone and keep our movable property with them, and in return we take a particular loan from them, is a contract of pledge. So basically, what contract is clear and pledge is clear. Contract is any agreement that is enforceable in the eyes of law, and pledge is a loan that we borrowed or that we took on any movable property. So contract plus pledge means contract of pledge, that is any agreement that we are making with any other person must be enforceable by law. And the agreement, what the agreement is, the agreement is that we are taking loan from them. On what you are taking loan, definitely you need to give them a surety or a security amount, that on this amount I am taking the loan. So that particular contract made between two persons is termed as a contract of pledge. I hope the contract of pledge must be clear to you. Now there are basically two parties in contract of pledge. First is the pawner, PAWNOR, oblique pledger, PLEDGER, right? And the second party is the pawnee, PAWNEE, or the pledgee, PLEDGEE, right? Now there are two parties. Now let's take an example. I am a person, right? I am a normal human being. I need to take education loan, right? I need to take education loan, but I am not having a sum of amount that I can spend it in my education. but I am not having like certain amount required for fulfilling my fees. What will I do? I am having suppose a diamond ring or a earring of diamond. It costs approx 40,000 50,000 rupees. Check, what will I do? I'll go to any other person who can grant me what? A loan that is required for my education. I'll go to the person, I'll go to Mr. B. Suppose that Mr. B, I am in need of money and I want amount or a loan, and in return I'll keep my diamond ring or my diamond earring with you, right? So here when I am pledging my goods, I am transferring my goods to the other person. Check, now what is happening? I am just transferring my possession. I am not transferring the ownership to the other person. Clear? What this is the difference between possession and ownership? Ownership is when I am transferring the whole title of the goods. That from today, suppose this is a pen, right? Now this is my pen. This is Tanushi's pen. Now this is Mr. B. I am transferring the amount of I am transferring this pen to whom? I am transferring this pen to you. Check. So I am only giving the possession of this pen to you, not the ownership. Ownership is like I have purchased this pen. This pen belongs to me. I am only giving the pen to you for particularly using it. Is termed as possession, and ownership to whom the title of the goods belong. ठीक. Now I coming back to the education loan and the diamond ring, I am pledging the goods to you, right? Now what happened? I am the pawner. That is the pledger because I am giving my goods to you, right? So I am a pledger or a pawner, and in return you are providing me certain amount for my education. So here the person who provides the loan is termed as a pawnee or a pledgee, and the person who pledged his goods, you pledged her goods, is termed as a pawner and a pledger. I hope the concept of pledger, pawnee, and must be clear to you. So, I am a pawner, you are a pawnee because I am pledging my goods to you, and in return you are providing me loan to me. One more example, why are you giving me loan? Because I am having my benefit that an interest would be derived from you, right? An interest would be derived from you. So what happened? Basically, interest is being derived. How interest is being derived? Because when I will return the amount to you, you will provide me the interest. Oh, sorry, I am going to provide you the interest that thank you for giving me the loan I needed, and this is the principal amount, but the basic amount I took from you, and the interest charges that I am providing you the interest on the sum of amount provided by you to me. Clear? Pawner, goods pledged to pawnee. Pawnee gave the loan to pawner. Now what happened? In return, an interest is also being given by the pawner to the pawnee. Clear? Now what happens? Let's take the definition of pledge. What is the definition of pledge? One more thing before dealing with the definition, I want to tell you the section. Pledge and the contract of pledge is being defined under section 172 to section 179. The basic contract or the basic concept of pledge is being defined under section 172 of Indian Contract Act 1872. When was Indian Contract Act 1872 enforced? It was enforced on the 1st September 1872. Clear? Moving further on the definition of pledge. Pledge is basically the bailment of goods. Bailment means the transfer of goods. I am having a book. I am transferring this book to you. I am giving the book to you as a security for a purpose, like as a security of a debt, that if I will not be able to take the money derived from you, so you can keep the money, or performance of a promise. Coming back, like we'll catch two basic words. First is the bailment of goods. Bailment of goods, arrow, for a performance of a debt, or for a specific security of a debt, or for a performance of a promise. Let's come back to the jewelry example. What basically happened, I came to you for education loan. Now I pledged my goods, I pledged my ring, diamond ring with you. Why did I transfer my diamond ring to you? Because I wanted to take a loan from you, and definitely if I want to take a specific amount from you, uh, you are not going to give me like this without any surety. So I transferred my ring, bailment of goods, that is transfer of diamond ring from me to you as a security of a debt. This that I kept it as a security, that if I will not be able to return you the amount, the loan amount I have taken from you, this is a security that is kept with you in your possession, right? If I am unable to pay my obligations, if I am unable to discharge my obligation, you can keep it. Second point, or a performance of a promise. What was the promise made? That I'll pay you back the amount, and if I'll not be able to pay, you are required, yeah, you are allowed to keep the diamond ring with you. I hope the definition of pledge must be clear. Moving forward, the goods must be valuable, right? The goods are further divided into two parts. First is valuable, and second is document of title. Document of title is means through the document through which we can transfer the ownership from one person to another. Like examples are railway receipt or bill of lading. One more thing to consider: pledge, two parties, loan on movable property. The bailment has been made for security of a debt or for a promise of a specific performance. Clear? The goods can be valuable or can be movable. The valuable or can be document of title. Now, one more thing. I told you, there's a difference between possession and ownership. What happens basically? I am giving you, suppose you are a company, you are a bank, right? I came to you for education loan or for car loan. This time I again kept my jewelry. Now what happened, if I'll be unable to pay the amount I took from you, definitely keep my you can definitely keep my what you can definitely keep the amount, the jewelry by kept by me under your possession. One more thing, the possession is transferred, the ownership is not transferred, but a big but, in the case where I, as a pawner, is unable to move further to pay the rent or to pay the loan I received from you, or I'm not able to pay you the interest. Then what happened in those conditions? What happens is the pawnee, that is the bank, may sell my goods or the jewelry, and it will not be considered as invalid, it is considered as valid. I repeat, though the bank is not the particular owner, though the bank is not the owner of my jewelry, my diamond ring, but in case I am not able to pay them back, a bank or the pawnee has full right to use my goods and even can sell them, because the promise made by me was incomplete. I failed to do so. So any agreement made by pawnee regarding the jewelry by of me now is in their possession, and it will further be considered as a valid contract. It will never be considered as a uh, as a invalid contract or illegal contract or unlawful contract. It will definitely be a legal contract, a lawful contract. Always mind, the main thing is there are two parties: pawner oblique pledger. Second is pawnee oblique pledgee. Second, you need to mind it, the loan can only be taken on any movable property. Third, you need to mind it that the possession is only transferred, ownership is not transferred. But if I'm unable to discharge it, the ownership is also transferred and the person can take the contract as a valid one. Thank you.